Hi, welcome to TA's Conversation Lounge. Thank you for joining us today. So, today's conversation is going to be about the higher self leading in business. The higher self leading in the economy. The higher self leading the way forward. Now, imagine the higher self, the infinite intelligence, guiding us and leading us in our business choices and decisions. What would be the outcome or the impact on our current economy? And what would be the impact in people's lives if the creator's way of doing business was being actualized here on Earth? I think that's a really cool topic, don't you think? So let's get to it. So this is something new for me that I'll be talking about today. I am still learning and have a lot to discover in understanding why the creator, the higher self, wants to have this conversation about his way of doing business on Earth. What would be the impact? I would say the impact would be huge transformation of our current way of doing business, on how we treat employees, on our current work culture, on how we transact in business, how we operate in terms of business transactions, and so much more. So there is like a new way, a new breath of fresh air that we can tap into, a model that creates true freedom and love and gratitude and the higher self virtues in business. Now this is like awesome. Like I'm like excited. I'm like, oh, I would love that. Like that's amazing. Imagine if we had businesses that cared about the people over profit. We're not excluding profit, but imagine if we had businesses that cared about the people, that treated their employees with love and respect. That instead of a slavery mindset of work, we had a balanced lifestyle. What if that was the normal, guys? What if the higher self came in and was guiding a CEO with business choices instead of the ego who runs off of greed, profit, and selfishness? What if we had a CEO or a business owner of a large corporation or business that was checking in with the higher self and asking the higher self questions for business choices? I'm excited, guys. Can you imagine that? I'm like, yo, I want to work for that company, or I'd like to work with that company. I mean, imagine the higher self running and guiding the divine intelligence, the higher intelligence, leading that business owner in every single choice for that company. What do you think would happen? Well, if the higher self is prosperity, which is, and wealth, and goodwill for all, and prosperity abounding for all, where the customers are happy, employees are happy, and there's a circulation of gratitude and love built into this business, and the CEO's heart is truly coming from service and love and not self overall. What would be the impact in people's lives and our world and our economy? How would that transform the lives of those people that are working there? How would it transform the lives of the customers? How would it transform the lives of many? Just one business owner can make that difference, can set that example of transformation into a new paradigm of inclusion of the higher self. So, I don't know about you, I'm excited. I was like, this is awesome, guys. Like, you're like, well, how is that possible, TA? Like, How do you attain such level of connection to the higher mind? And how does someone achieve that? And there is a whole nother conversation for that. We're gonna have another conversation on the how, and maybe we can talk about maybe tools that could be utilized to support that conversation, of inclusion. Many people have ways that they communicate with the higher self through intuition, meditation, journaling, but those are some tools. I'm sure there are many other tools that people use to ask questions, and that would be another video. But for now, I just want to stay in the vision for a moment and envisioning the possibilities of this becoming the normal. What impact this would be for you if you're an entrepreneur and you're responsible for the business you have. And is it thriving? Is it prosperous? Have you fulfilled the potential of your business potential? And so there's so much more that the higher self's vision for each one of us is to thrive and to succeed and to fulfill our higher calling and purpose through business or through a way that we can serve others using our unique gifts, talents, abilities, knowledge, and expertise in serving others and creating solutions for the marketplace. So, are you aligned with your purpose and your vision? And is your business in integrity? Are you in integrity? Are you leading from a place of purpose and contribution? Or is it coming from another place? These are great questions to explore the unconscious and to become more aware of one's intentions and business plan and see if it's derived or originated from the higher will or the lower. No judgment or shame, it's just exploration, because within that exploration, there comes the freedom to make a new choice, a new decision that can liberate not only you, but those that work with you, and create a new paradigm where businesses serve the people and prosperity abounds and happiness prevails. People are happy at work. There's prosperity happening, and that's the normal. Yes, guys, I'm excited. Wouldn't that be really cool? That's really cool. Can you imagine that? That'd be super epic cool. I'm excited. Can you imagine more social entrepreneurs thriving and making a difference, not just in their business, but for the planet? Wow. Purpose-driven businesses that are whoa inventions and whoa transformative practices that bring about a new way of living and business. Yeah. So if you'd like to join us on this journey of creating a new way of business that integrates and includes the higher self, the higher intelligence, then stay tuned. We're going to have more conversations about this. And within this conversation, it's simply just to raise awareness on the possibilities and what we could do differently to make a difference, to make that contribution, and to be the leaders going forward that does that. So thank you for listening. I mean, if you don't have a business already, no problem. The higher self is also awesome with asking questions about one's soul calling and how that could fit into becoming a business person or entrepreneur, if that's what you feel to do. The higher self can be is a great companion, ally, friend, advisor. Imagine having the best advisor right, within you, in your heart, right beside you, walking step by step with you all the way and guiding every choice you make. So you're no longer having to carry the load of making those decisions. You're no longer having to worry. There's that freedom of, wow, I can breathe. I have such a solid support system that can move with me, move through me, and guide me in this world. And that reassurance and that absolute confidence and trust the higher self's will never ever fails. The higher self's will is victorious and always includes the highest and best of the soul and every single person involved. It can see all variabilities, all possibilities, all options, and chooses the best solution for you and those involved. Imagine that. I would say that it's awesome. It's awesome. And surrendering to that has been the journey for me. But hey, doing the internal work, it has rewards, and freeing and making that choice to choose the higher self has mega rewards. The rewards and the value and the impact in one's life is truly transformational, because the higher self leads, the higher self transforms, the higher self heals, the higher self restores us to who we are and to our integrity. And through living in that place, in that vortex of the higher self becomes who we are. And then it's like no more separation. There's like a oneness. And it becomes easier and easier because the higher self now is being allowed to direct rather than the ego directing. It's raining here. Oh my God, did you hear that thunder? It's raining here, so if you hear that background noise, that's why, or if you hear the thunder, that's why. But I just wanted to ask you guys and just share this wonderful vision. And for those who feel this in their heart, that they're ready for something new, they're ready for a change, they've had enough of the old, they've had enough of the greed, they've had enough of businesses that don't care, or rather just really want to make a change in their life or your life, and you want change, then you have someone who's absolutely in love with you and who absolutely cares about your needs and absolutely wants you to live the life of your dreams. And if you believe in the higher self and you feel that the higher self is someone that you want to get to know and to take your life journey with, then this is the time. So we're going to have more conversations about this. I just want you to know that you are infinitely loved, valued, and cherished, that your soul calling and purpose matters. Why you are here matters. You have a unique blueprint that's unique to your soul, that's unique to your entire being. And what you're here to do is so unique that the world needs you to show up. And by stepping into your calling and your purpose and connecting to the higher intelligence and the will of the higher way, then one can lead a life that is worth living, one of impact and contribution, one of service, and all the wonderful things that your soul can bring. So if you're excited and you're like, yeah, TA, I'm like, I need a change. Or if you're an entrepreneur and you're like, my business needs some oomph, or I need some change, or I want to maximize my potential here, then the higher self, the infinite intelligence is here to support you in realizing that dream. And so thank you so much for listening. You're loved and you matter. Thank you so much for listening. And if you have any comments you'd like to leave in the comment section below, feel free to do so. I'd love to hear from you and how this would make a difference in your life. Thank you for watching again. And if you'd like to hear more of these videos, you can subscribe. If you'd like to share this channel with anyone else that you feel would value from this. And again, namaste. Thank you.